You know, in all honesty, guys, I'm not feeling too good today. I think I'm running like a fever, and so I've just decided I'm gonna make this video since I'm kind of in a grumpy mood anyways, and I've wanted to let this off my chest, and you don't have to worry about seeing my face, so you're welcome. You know, I really haven't done like a random rant about something in quite a long time, especially since my older days as Paper Melon, and so I'm gonna do that today because I've been scrolling through Instagram in my free time a little bit more than usual, you might say, and it's really brought a very specific kind of meme to my attention that is currently plaguing so many social media platforms. Now, the specific meme that I'm talking about are introvert memes. And if you really don't know what that means, I just made it up. So it's quite literally what I just said. They're memes about introverts, where basically these memes attempt to relate to introverts by making them sound special or unique. They all in some way seem to try and encapsulate the feeling of being an introvert in a way that makes them seem special and makes them seem unique. And they're not. So let's run through a couple of them, and I'll just share a little bit of commentary on them just to give you an idea of what my thoughts are. For the first one here, everyone, are you okay? Everyone, you look tired. Everyone, you look upset. You look confused. Are you mad at me? What are you mad at? Me. It's just my face. Wow, this is hilarious. Seriously, guys, this is not a tough problem. I see a lot of things like this, and I don't care if you're an introvert, an extrovert. Some people just have RBFs, and some people, they're just not the most pleasant to look at. Not to mention, if you're saying that your face is like that because you're an introvert, that's implying that you could change your facial expression, that you don't just have an RBF, but the matter of fact is you could just look a little happier if you weren't so grumpy all the time. Making new friends as an adult is hard because the people I'd get along best with are the ones that also don't want to leave their house. I know this usually isn't that true. For example, most of my best friends are introverts. I'm not sure why this is a struggle for you, and if so, I feel like you're probably making it up and should just make a more vast variety of friends. My best friend Christian is a straight up introvert, and that's why we click with each other. So maybe if you're just attracting other introverts that don't hang out with each other, maybe you need a new friend group. I don't know. I'll tell you tomorrow. Me all night. Again, this is hashtagged with hashtag introvert memes. This is not special or unique to introverts. This is just common human interactions. Me showing my friend all the mental disorders I have. You know, maybe this isn't specific to introvert memes, but it still got on my nerves because I'm not really sure when mental disorder became a funny thing. Not that I'm offended at this, I'm really not, but it's one of those things where it goes back to people and a lot of teenage girls, well, I should say boys too, but mainly teenage girls that I know who really think that having mental disorders makes them unique and will really exploit that and take advantage of that to make themselves special. It's what we call pick-me girls, and they annoy me, and this just feels like the epitome of that. This is one I see a ton, and I just have to mention it, not because of the inherent nature of its obnoxiousness, but mainly because of how overdone it is. Me getting ready for the plans I said yes to. This is a whole genre of memes of people complaining about having to go through with plans that they agreed to, and I'm sorry, it's just not funny anymore. I maybe like breathed out my left nostril a little bit the first time I saw one of these memes, and now that I've seen about 2,500 of them over the course of the last 3 days, it's pretty obnoxious, and everyone has a different version of it, and it just be done with this, please, for the love of anything good. This one, this one's pretty funny. Actually, I just show you this one because my wife's an introvert, and I definitely relate to this for her because I'm the one who always has to go back in and correct her orders because she doesn't want to. So yeah, this is a good one. Oh, here's a great one. Quiet people are talkative around the right people. Really? Because that sounds like all of humanity to me. I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 people you pluck from a random crowd will be more talkative around, quote, the right people. This is not a thing. This isn't an introverted specialty. That's literally the way I am. You can put me in the wrong group and I will not say a word despite the fact that I sit here on YouTube talking to a crowd of 1,000 people. That's just how all of life works. Everyone is like this. Here's a post from a page that's apparently called Anti-Social Memes that says, single because every time I focus on somebody, they show me why I'm better off alone. Yep, this person's gonna be single for a while. Usually, if you're attracting a bunch of obnoxious people who always prove that you're better off alone, maybe you should be a different person so you attract better people. That's a bright idea. Imagine having to change yourself. That's a rough one, isn't it? Just once, I'd like to see an article called Extroverted? Here's some tips on how to be quiet and reflective. Yeah, see, the reason these don't exist is because, quite frankly, nobody really likes a person who is always awkward and never talks. Even awkward people who never talk. I mean, this is a pretty commonly known thing. I mean, I'm not saying extroverts are without their issues. They certainly aren't, and they can be rather obnoxious. Trust me, I know a lot, and I have been one before. I would rather live in a world where everybody is a little too talkative and a little bit happier and a little bit more pleasant and a little bit more willing to make friends than a group of people that represent these stupid freaking memes I have to look through, where everyone just wants to stay in bed all day and never wants to talk or pick up the phone. That's just a sad world, and it's kind of a great representation of the entirety of Gen Z. How I sleep at night knowing I'm irreparably damaged and will most likely die alone due to my inability to accept love or act right. Wow, you poor, poor thing. This is just called being lazy and not ever wanting to change yourself. It applies to everybody. Just the people who end up like this are the sad ones. If you're one of the people who feel like you so deeply relate to this and you're always self-pitying, please stop. Nobody really likes you for it. And granted, everyone has problems. I'm not saying that I don't or that other people are perfect besides these people. That's just not the case. I don't know. This one's just gotten on my nerves and I'm in a grumpy mood. So I just wanted to throw them at you. All right, guys, there's my rant for the who knows how long. But have a good day and, you know, later, guys, or something like that.